welcome to our Let's Play for the Earth Temple.
Blind run on my end.
Blind run Let's Play, might we say. For the Earth Temple, it's the 4th dungeon in Wind Waker, and Hick and I agreed right off the bat that this is by far our least favorite dungeon.
Oh yeah, I just really hate this dungeon. It's a very Wind Waker is a very colorful game, especially the HD one. And then you just get this dungeon that's just like a dull blue.
It really
the
is.
entire dungeon, and just in a very colorful game. It just the colors didn't fit. I just feel like the theme or the dungeon kind of not the theme, like the music theme.
Yeah.
Like the theme of the dungeon just did not fit in this game.
Yeah, like the aesthetics and all that stuff. I agree completely. It's just in a game where their art style was intentionally not to use cartoon.
No, it is. It's called Toon Link, basically, really.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a very bright game. Anytime you're out in the overworld. Most of the other dungeons, especially you look at something like the Forest or Forbidden Woods in this one, there's just such a bright, colorful area. And then you get this, and you're like, this is just.
Well, obviously, they try to go like the Shadow Temple route with this one, and like I said, just a Toon Link game. It just really didn't belong. This whole game up to this point didn't have like the feel like creepiness of like the Shadow Temple of like the whole Majora's Mask game.
Agreed.
And so I don't know, it just feels out of place in this game.
It does, and I will say. You escort was she a sage or whatever she is?
I don't think she's a sage. I don't know what she is.
Well, whatever she is, the girl.
Yeah, the girl. Medley's her name.
Thank you. I was trying to remember that earlier. She's with you throughout the entire dungeon. It's kind of annoying on the one hand because it's easy to forget her and leave her in the previous room like you just did.
Yeah.
And you do have to pick her up and carry her through every door.
Well, at this time, like I said, this is my first time playing this game, and I had no clue that you could take somebody through a door. I just did not know that.
Yeah. And it's just, but she is at least a lot more useful than
Ruto
ever was.
Oh, gosh.
Because, what's her, Midney?
No, that's the girl from Twilight Princess.
Sorry, what's this girl?
You're off to a strong start.
I know. You just said her name and I've forgotten it all.
Medley.
There you go. Thank you.
One reason I remember her name so well is just because I absolutely love the song, the Earth God's Lyric. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah, but she can at least soar when you're carrying her.
She is a duck face though, like literally.
Quite literally. So even though it's kind of annoying to have to carry her around, or not carry her, but have her with you the entire dungeon.
You carry her. Well, she flies a little bit, but you carry her around for the most part.
Yeah, at least she does have a benefit.
And Red hates escort dungeons.
Oh my god! I think I played like the first 10 minutes of this dungeon the first time, and I'm like, I hate this so much.
See, like I said, I really don't look as an escort mission because like Ruto's an escort mission because she didn't do anything. Like I guess you could put her on blocks, but that's really all she did. At least Medley does a little bit. She flies. She goes here. She helps us solve some puzzles.
So she at least helps.
Yeah.
But still, I want to be responsible for Link and no one else.
That's hard enough as is.
Exactly.
It's hard enough being responsible for one person in this game. You give us two,
and it's just trouble.
As
you saw, we already abandoned.
That's why this video series is 9 parts long.
Oh my gosh, it is not a short one, and we apologize for that. But
like I said, let's play Blind Run first time playing. It's going to be a little bit longer.
But I feel like we get through it.
At least I don't die that much in this game, so that's a good part of this.
That is very
But I mean, you can see right at the bat here. I mean, it's just a very dull. I mean, just the colors just really. And I mean, I noticed it right away. The first time I walked in, I was like, wow, I was. Well, first of all, I played Skyward Sword before this, which is obviously not the order you're supposed to play the games in.
No.
But like when I first walked in, I seen Earth Temple. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be some fire-based dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
And then just.
No, not at all.
Well, the name doesn't make sense either. Like, if you're going to have a creepy dungeon, name it something like Shadow
Temple.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, name it exactly that, but something along those lines. Just where does the Earth part come into this temple?
Other than the fact that you're underground, that's all I know.
That's actually a very good point.
But still, that's not a great excuse.
That's pretty good point though.
But I mean, they even try to steal some of like the same enemies and things like that from the Shadow Temple. And you get the Redeads, you get the bubbles, which I guess are in a lot of dungeons.
Yeah, the blue bubbles.
It just feels like it's all undead. The Stalfos or skeletons, it's all undead enemies.
And 4 minutes later, I finally figured out this puzzle.
But you did. You figured it out.
Well, not really. That little transition. Let's move on past the transition. It's not important. There was no time in between there trying to... I'm not going to lie. I was in this first room for a good 45 minutes. And like we always talk about, it's always the... for me, a lot of it's just the mechanics.
Yeah.
I had no idea you could pick her up and take her through a door. I had no idea you could make her fly.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the heck the command song was. And I wish I would never learn what the heck the command song was.
By the time you're through with this dungeon, you just never want to hear that song again.
Yeah, I don't hate it as much as Red does, but yeah, it was quite annoying having to play it that many times.
I think I learned to hate it so much because I screwed up so much.
Yeah, like, oh, well... I told you one of these days I'm gonna make a video of me trying to learn the Wind Waker. It took me a good 30 minutes to learn how to do the Wind Waker. So, yeah. The joystick was just so it was hard to point the direction you wanted to.
By this point in the game, you seem to have it down pretty darn good, but
you know how many times I messed it up to this point? I think I messed it up a couple times this dungeon too. Like I just wish if they were going to make it to where we had to command her so many times, I wish they would just have like a button for it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they improved upon that when we got to Twilight Princess, when you just get the Dominion Rod.
Yes,
where you get an item
that
just commands it, because that's such an improvement over playing this song. We probably play it 40 times.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. At least it wasn't 6 notes, though.
Yeah, it could have been a 3 note.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you there.
But yeah, I mean, by the time you're done with the dungeon, you're happy to be done with it, and then you get to the next dungeon and realize you got
do it all again. At least I did like the Wind Temple a lot more though, so that made it a little bit easier. Now melee was more effective than is it Makar or Makar?
The leaf.
I call him Makar because it reminds me of Maker's Mark.
Yeah,
so that's what I call him.
I think it is Makar or Makar.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah, close enough. And man, these enemies right here, these ones that. You hit them, they break apart.
The dark ones?
Most frustrating enemies for me in any Zelda game I've ever played.
They took me quite a while to figure out how to beat them as well.
Yeah, well, I think I got lucky because here in this room, well, obviously, it had to happen in this room because you have to move on.
Yeah.
But they just jumped into that light. Yeah. And I just kind of noticed that, oh, these guys freeze.
I think that's what eventually did it for me, too, was just blind luck.
Well, you can see I try every angle on these guys.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I probably tried all the different weapons. I
tried quite a bit of them. I didn't try to leap, which was a constant theme of this game with me, was not trying to leap in most situations where the leaf would have worked, although I don't think it worked here.
At least you didn't try jumping into or at least you didn't try playing basketball with the cauldron.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There was just a lot of things in this dungeon. You can see here in the first 2 or 3 rooms were just like new mechanics were introduced, new ways of doing things. That I think to get everybody.
There's where your guy jumped into the light. Yep.
Well, it took me forever to figure out after I saw them jump into light that you had to throw them. I think you can bomb them.
You might be able to bomb them.
I tried to fly. Yes, I did try to fly madly out of here.
I thought that was awesome. I never even thought to do that, and I saw you do this.
I don't know what I was thinking. Like, well, see, for the longest time here, like I think right here I might realize that she has a shield, but like I didn't even know she had a shield that
I think it's her heart.
Light.
I think it's her heart.
It could be. It could be.
But yeah, it's a great effect.
Yeah,
I like how no matter where it is, like if it's on her back or if you have it out. That it actually goes in and reflects light.
Yes.
And it kind of does give you a bit of a hint
of
what you'll be doing to solve a lot of puzzles in this dungeon.
See if you can. I don't even think you can bomb them. I think I just walked over to him. I was like, "Oh, you can pick these things up."
Oh yeah,
I was like, I was frustrated at this point, so I was like, "I'm just going to throw this stupid thing." And that works.
Well, they are useful later when we actually use them to hold down switches and things like that.
Yes, they are.
To solve some puzzles. But in this first room, they were just. You couldn't even get past, like you said, you can't get past the room until you
No, you can't even go backwards either.
Yeah, and you got lucky.
At least you know you got to stay in that room and do something. I wish more Zelda was like that where, okay, you can't advance past this room unless you do something.
Yeah.
Because me and you, we'll go back 3 or 4 rooms later trying to figure it out.
And I think we do once or twice in this dungeon.
Well,
but again, it was a Let's Play blind run. You can expect a little bit of backtracking.
Yeah, this is Red playing. This whole game.
Yeah, we'll just say that. No, I played the GameCube SD version, so...
But now go ahead and wrap up part 1 of our Let's Play.